Hello everyone and welcome to part 5 of our Sleeping Giant series following Blackburn Rovers. As you can see, since the last episode we are still top of the championship on 57 points, 2 points clear of Bristol City, who we did play between the last episode and this episode. We're 3 points clear of Brentford, and we are 15 points clear of 7th place Fulham. Really good going really, because we want to finish in the top 6, and that will take some fall to finish outside the top 6. Let's go across to the schedule then to show you what's been happening. Big news though, just after that episode recorded, we found out we're playing Arsenal away in the FA Cup third round. And great news guys, that is in this episode. We've got Forest away and Arsenal away. But before we jump to them games, let's tell you what's been going on. So you left us on a disappointing 2-2 draw with Stoke, where we was leading 2-0 after 14 minutes, and we threw the game away against struggling Stoke City. We got a great win over Derby. We absolutely battered them at home. Should have been a lot more. 3-0 win, no complaints there. We went away to Swansea, and again we was 3-1 up in that game, and we threw it away. So we've got a tendency to concede late goals and throw leads away at the minute. Bristol City, we lost 3-2. That was a big game at the top of the championship. We actually dropped to second after that game, and then we went on a good run. We beat Wigan at home, Birmingham at home, and Huddersfield away, scoring quite a few goals there. 9 goals in them 3 games, conceding 0. So today we bring you Nottingham Forest away and Arsenal away too. Very important games. And before we get started with the football, you eagle-eyed viewers would have seen it's the 1st of January up in the top right hand screen, which means the transfer window is open. Anderson Lukogwai, we're going to call him Anderson because I really don't know if that's how you spell his name, or pronounce his name rather. He has come in on a permanent deal for £245,000. If you do remember back a couple of episodes ago, he was the transfer we couldn't get through in time on deadline day, so his transfer has finally gone through today. I'm not sure if he's eligible for the first game against Forest, but albeit he's got a hell of a job to knock Bell off of his perch in the left back position, because he's been superb for me this season. And on the transfers going out, Danny Graham has finally left the club on a £45,500 deal to Huddersfield, so it's nice to get his wages off of the wage bill. And the last bit of news to bring you before we get into the Nottingham Forest game, we have got a bit of an injury crisis going on at the club at the moment. Lewis Travis is out for up to 4 weeks with a hamstring strain. Harry Chapman is also out, albeit only for a day. Rothwell is out for 1 to 2 days, so he'll miss the next game against Forest, and so will Bradley Dack. Travis has been playing quite well for us, so he's going to be a bit of a loss in the midfield there. Hopefully the other 3 guys will be back for the Arsenal game, because obviously we want to give that a real good go. Hoping Arsenal will put out a weakened side and we can get through that. So now you know the injury news. Here is the team we have selected to face Nottingham Forest. It's Walton in goal, Bell, Lenihan, Tosin, as we're now going to call him, Nyambe, Oliver Skip, Buckley, Rankin Costello comes in for Rothwell, Holtby replaces Bradley Dack. We've pushed him up and brought Buckley in the deeper role, Downing out wide, and of course Adam Armstrong up front. It's going to be a tough game this. If you probably did notice the conditions of the players, they are struggling a little bit fitness-wise, but we haven't really got, even though we've got quite a big squad, we haven't really got anyone to come in at the moment and replace some of them. Obviously Holtby there, it would be nice to have rested him, but of course Travis is out, so he has to keep playing. And we're going to tell the boys we want to pile on the misery in Nottingham Forest today. So I'm expecting a tough game. Forest are struggling, and we do need to pile the pressure on them. And look at everything has gone really bizarrely. There we go, it's all loaded now. So the game is underway here at the City Ground. It would be nice to pick up 3 points. Being a Leicester fan, I really hate losing to Forest on this game. Downing with the early free kick, he whipped the ball in, and Forest are now looking to break here. Oliver Skip, lovely interception. Not really an interception, a sliding tackle rather. And he gets himself back. He's everywhere in this game already, Skip. Rankin Costello, Bell, whose place is up for, got a bit of a fight for it to keep his place now with the new signing Anderson in. Here's Skip, out wide to Nyambe, looking to skin his man. He does really well, creates a bit of space. Lovely ball in Rankin Costello, and it's over the bar. Good pressure from us early on here in the game. I don't really know if I really need to bring much into the club this transfer window, to be honest. The squad's going really well. I don't really want to start rocking the boat a little bit, bringing too many players in. I'm happy with the left back, just a bit more cover there. Here's Buckley now on the ball, plays it into Adam Armstrong, back to Skip. Buckley Holtby, Rankin Costello. Lovely strike and just wide. He seems up for it today in place of Rothwell. A little opportunity for him to come in. He's a very handy player, Rankin Costello. He can play at right back as well, so he's a real versatile player. I think he can play in centre midfield as well. I might be wrong, but I'm sure I played him there in a friendly. And Adam Armstrong is in here. Can he finish? And it's a lovely save by Samba. We have had a good few chances in this game. One clear cut and one half chance. Shame we haven't taken one of them yet. And the corner's in and it's cleared away. Here's Skip. Still got the ball, Skip. Battling really hard in centre midfield there. It's been a bit up and down for Oliver Skip, to be honest. Some games he plays really well, like he's today, but other games he'll come in with a 6.4. But I suppose he's a young player, and that's what you kind of get with him sometimes. Here's Bell, Rankin Costello, good ball in, and Armstrong, he should have buried that. What an opportunity. Armstrong, in the form he's been in and the goals he scored this year, he should have buried that right in front of goal and heads it wide. 42 minutes gone, we're approaching half time and it's still goalless here at the City Ground, and as it stands we'll be 2 points clear still at the top of the table, because Bristol City and Brentford, who I've just realised are playing each other, second and third, are drawing 0-0, so this is a real opportunity. So I'm going to tell the boys that I am far from pleased with what I just saw, because we really need to get at them and get 3 points here and pull away from one of them teams. Our first highlight is with Forest. Here's Bong. What was that challenge there? There's a good chance there, and it is 1-0 Forest. Tyler Walker has scored his first goal of the season for Nottingham Forest, and that's a real poor start, especially just as I laid into them at half time, saying that wasn't good enough that first half, and we've gone and done that within 2 minutes, so I am furious. Let's tell the boys to show some passion, because they need to here. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and yeah, we've got a real opportunity to pull away from one of Bristol City or Brentford, or even both of them, obviously, if they draw. So if we drop points here, it's terrible, really. Looks like the boys have got eyes on the Arsenal game. And my word, we're going to have to play a lot better if we're to beat Arsenal. And the whole column width has gone again. You must be sick of me every episode talking about this. Armstrong's having a mare of 6.5, and in fact, he's having that much of a mare, and that miss earlier, I'm going to drag him off and put Gallagher up front. Who else can I bring on? Rankin Costello's having a nightmare there, but there's not really anybody that I can bring on to do anything about that at the moment. So, he's going to get away with that. And let's tell Gallagher we have faith, and let's hope he can come on and grab us an equaliser and then a winner. There's only 20 minutes to go. This game is really getting away from us here. Ten minutes to go here now. Still no highlight. Every time I seem to say that, a highlight appears. Here's Holby, Nyambe. No one there on that. Oliver Skip picks it up at the edge of the box. Round one. Can he get round the second one? He plays a lovely ball to Rankin Costello. Shot is blocked, and Forest now going to hit us on the counter attack. And we're in big trouble here over the top. Here's Lewis grabbing, and he doesn't grab his Forest's second goal of the game. Frustrating day at the office this for us. Brentford are winning against Bristol City, and I gather they won, which means they are joint top with us. Real poor result there, and we're going to really lay into them. Harsh, because we're top of the league and we wasn't expected to be. We're having such a good season, but that was a real opportunity there to pull away. Because if we would have won that game today, we would have been 5 points clear of third place, Bristol City. So we've really messed that up today, and quite rightly, the media, it's come out that I've slammed the team in the dressing room. So after that defeat against Nottingham Forest, we've had to make a few changes here, mainly due to fitness concerns. Elliot Bennett has come in, probably for his first start or first game of the season, because we've been trying to get rid of him. Anderson Lecoquoy is in at left back for his debut. It was a bit harsh on Bell, but again, he's struggling fitness wise, and we can't afford to lose the next game against Preston in the league, so we do have to be wary of the fitness levels. Rothwell's back in, he's recovered from an injury, as has Bradley Dack. So he comes in for Holtby. Rothwell has replaced Rankin Costello, who had a nightmare against Nottingham Forest, and Armstrong and Downing remain in the side. Let's have a look quickly here. Is he best as a fullback? Elliot Bennett. We'll just play him as wing back. There's obviously an area of concern there. And we're just going to play our usual tactics. We're not going to do anything different here against Arsenal. I don't really want to go there and defend and then regret it and lose 2-0. I'd rather go for it and see what happens. And let's tell the boys passionately we've nothing to lose and let's go for it. Bit different if we go up to the Premier League and you want to try and fight for points and try and sneak a little draw away at Arsenal, but in the Cup you might as well just go for it. And I wonder how many minutes it will take for me to say, I regret that, because we're 3-0 down. Oliver Skipper's already got a yellow card. Of course, he's a Tottenham boy playing at the Emirates Stadium here, so he's obviously fired up and got himself a yellow. Luckily, there's not been a highlight from Arsenal yet, which is good news for us, surely. Bit of a test for us, though. If we want to go up to the Premier League this season, we need to see how we fare against the likes of Arsenal. Half hour gone, still 0-0, still no highlight. Still looking at the condition of them players already. If you look, some of them are already down into the 70s. It's pretty much the entire midfield, which isn't good. So I'm guessing we're going to tire pretty quickly and gift Arsenal some opportunities. Ozil going doozy. Martinelli, was that a save? No, it was wide. I thought he saved it, but albeit he was offside anyway. So taking it to 0-0, going in at 0-0 at half-time, we'd absolutely take that. But can we sneak? Oh, Adam Armstrong. What an opportunity that was, and he should have scored. That would have been lovely to score right before half-time. We've got another chance here. Down his ball was a header, and I thought that was behind the keeper, and somehow he managed to save it. And Arsenal now attacking up the other end. What an eventful end to that first half. My word, we should have scored. We should be going into the dressing room here 1-0 up. And we're going to tell the boys passionately again, I'm happy with your performance so far, keep it up. And we've got to really keep an eye on these fitness levels as well. Why can't I move this silly column? There it is. Yeah, Buckley 77%. I'm almost inclined. We'll give him 10 minutes or so. We might have to bring my favourite player on at the moment, Bradley Johnson, who we are going to try and get rid of after his poor attitude during this first half of the season. Can't be bothered with moaning players. Lacazette was nearly in, and our captain Lenihan got a great block in there. Rob Holding's got a booking for them. Let's tell the boys show a bit of passion. Let's go for this Arsenal team. Here's Bradley Dack. Lovely little flick there. Skip back to Bradley Dack. Is he going to have a shot? No, he's not. Back to Oliver Skip again. Martinelli now. Arsenal on the attack, but Tosin gets there before Lacazette, fortunately. Dack spreads the ball to Lukokoy. Let me know how you meant to pronounce his name. I'm sure it's Lukokoy. If not, we'll just go with Anderson, as I said earlier. But we're playing lovely football around Arsenal. We look like the Premier League team here. Lukokoy, on his debut, has got off to the best start possible by firing it in the top corner at the Emirates Stadium. And we lead 1-0 in the Emirates FA Cup. Lovely build-up. And Lukokoy is already making a claim to take Bell's place in the league campaign. That's a lovely strike. More of that, please, son. Unbelievable. We can't do it against Forest, but we can do it against Arsenal. And I can't praise the players. How frustrating is that? Martinelli is coming straight back at us. Bellerin, don't give him room. And we gave them room, didn't we? And Kolasinac has equalised about 2 minutes later after we'd taken the lead. Very frustrating that we couldn't hold on to that just for a little while longer. But it is what it is. It was less than 2 minutes. It was 1 minute, in fact. Arsenal are back in again here. There's Ozil, and it is 2-1. That didn't last long, did it? What was it, 7 minutes ago? We was 1-0 up, praising the boys, and 6 minutes later we're 2-1 down, and we've got another chance here. Bennett whips the ball in, and Martinelli looks dangerous, doesn't he? He's just... everything seems to be going through him at the moment, and Skip's just brought him down, and that's going to be a second yellow card and a sending off. And it all looked so good 7 or 8 minutes ago when we was 1-0 up and cruising, and we're 2-1 down and a man down as well. What a way to chuck a game away. What a way to chuck it away. So, got a bit of thinking to do here. Bradley Dack drop in. What's he like here? Not ideal, really. You might look at me now and think, what on earth are you doing? But I don't want to bring players off here because we're not defending the lead or anything, so I want to try and keep some of our attacking players on so we can push them up later in the game if we're still in the game. And that's going to have to do. We'll try and inspire them by telling them to get creative. A ball is in. Lacazette nearly made it 3-1 there. We're gifting him opportunities, but Armstrong has pulled away here. He's going to have no support whatsoever, but he's done really well. Armstrong. I nearly called for a penalty, even though I knew it wasn't a penalty, but you just start to be hopeful in these kind of games, and that's a lovely save. Oh, it wasn't a save, it was a goal kick. Could have sworn he saved that. Lenihan out wide to Lukokoy. Let's see the magic he produced a minute ago, and he's given the ball away with a stupid ball across, and Ozil's through here, and Ozil has finished dreadfully there. 300 grand a week or whatever he's on. He should be hitting the target from there. And let's have a look. Yeah, Buckley is really struggling with fitness there. We're going to have to bring on Bradley Johnson. Unfortunately. Rothwell, how's Rothwell doing? 71%. Dak is on 69. So players are struggling. We're going to just go for this. Bring on Gallagher and put him up top with Armstrong. And just see how this goes. That's suicide if I put them further up as well. But we've got nothing to lose here. Hopefully there is another twist in this FA Cup tie. And the twist is it's 3-1 now. Nicolas Pepe has found the net. And we're probably doomed now. And I'm still not going to... I'm just going to keep keep them tactics. We might as well just go for it. You never know if we can get up there and pick ourselves up a quick goal with 10 minutes left or something, then Arsenal might get the jitters and we might force a replay. But it is 9 minutes to go and we probably aren't going to have another chance now. We're under severe pressure looking at the stats. Kieran Tierney's just come on for them, and so has Reece Nelson, and I thought that was about to be 4-1 there. Here is Nelson. Armstrong clears the ball straight to Bellerin. Nobody, even though we've got two up there, Armstrong's all the way back there, so really it was only Gallagher who was up field. And we're still pressing, so that's going to be quite dangerous, but I'm just hoping it's probably going to be 4 or 5-1 now. I'm just hoping we can nick the ball and just go up the other end and score. And Ozil has made it 4-1, and it's looking like it's going to turn into a bit of a hammer in here, but it's a shame because I know we was 2-1 down when Oliver Skip got sent off, but we was in the game and we had a chance. And now we're completely out of the game. But don't take note of what I just did going down to 10 men, because it obviously won't bode you well for the future if you're going to do that in one of your saves. And we're coming forward here. Rothwell, it'd be nice to get another goal here. Rothwell, good strike, but was it saved? No. Straight across the face of the goal, and it nearly went out for a throw-in. 2 minutes left here. Hopefully we can keep it down to 4-1. I thought that just said second yellow card, meaning of the game for Rothwell, but it was just of the season, and we have fallen to a 4-1 defeat here. We actually kept more possession than Arsenal. So that's an interesting stat, isn't it? And we'll tell the lads, they look switched off after that I thought they did well. So after them 2 defeats in this episode, shame we didn't film the previous 3 games, we are left still top of the Championship, joint top with Bristol City, and of course we're out the FA Cup now, so we won't realise the board's vision of, I think it was to get to the 4th round at least, but surely they won't be too harsh on us from going out to Arsenal. There was the positive, obviously, of Anderson. Lukokoy, he looked really good in that game and scored an absolute screamer. Anyway, we'll play the next good few games and we'll probably bring you back for Brentford away, which hopefully will still be a promotion clash. They're 3rd in the league. We are currently top. Hopefully we'll still be top. And hopefully it'll be a game where we can pull away a bit in the top 2. So we'll bring you back for Brentford and then at home to Stoke. Hopefully we won't chuck a couple of goals away against Stoke again. But if you enjoyed that, please leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager content. And see you next time on Reese FC.